truly, I believe that through what you are doing, I mean, one day you can even stand up for becoming a president of the country. I mean,
I
that's
don't
true.
know about that, but definitely, I think that standing up to the president is a good way to do it. I think that making voices in the world of trying to find alternative education and making those voices louder, so people who are willing to advocate, is very important. I know I want to do more of this. Part of what my role is in Acting for a Cause, we decided to basically choose the EIF, the Entertainment Industry Foundation, as our primary charity to work with because of its scale and because of its willingness to go to great lengths to make a difference. And yeah, there's certainly differences in countries. Like you mentioned, the sort of sterile nature of how information is. You have the same textbooks years and years and years, and that certainly is not a flaw that we have here. And at the same time, I do encourage you to, I think that while those details are very important, I think that rat race of comparing, for example, that happens all the time here, where the question isn't about whether the education system works or not. It's about whether poorer communities are getting the same funding as richer communities. And I think that's when I talk to people, I like to say that's not the conversation we should be having. This conversation we should be having is, why are both poor kids and rich kids unhappy in a system that exists? It certainly doesn't have to do with funding if both kids are unhappy. And if you question how unhappy the kids are in the wealthiest communities, just look at the depression rates and how many kids are being medicated from a really young age.
And through voice, that how these actors use their creativity, like the gypsy scene which you did with the blanket was amazing. Yeah, so
right. So you know what?
Yeah,
that's interesting. I'll tell you just a short story, because when Alexander came into the first read, he was finding his character.